Hey everybody, it's Alex from Heavy New York. On the phone, we got the one and only Mark Stein of Vanilla Fudge and of the new solo band, the Mark Stein Project. Thanks for being here, Mark.
Oh, you're most welcome. It's great to be on the show today. I hope everybody's enjoying the first month of 2018.
Yeah, and starting 2018 off on a high note. You have the new Mark Stein Project coming out with a great lineup. How has it been so far?
Oh, it's awesome. We're about to do our very first show. Our maiden voyage is January 30th, just a few weeks away at BB King's in New York City.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. And then we're going to be doing Daryl's House February 1st in Pauling, New York. And then the next night, February 2nd, at Bull Run up in Shirley, Massachusetts, just outside of Boston. So, yeah, I'm real excited about this band. It's got a great, young lineup. Mixed in with some seasoned pros like my guitar player Mark Hitt and myself, I guess you might say.
yeah,
So it's going to be a night of classic rock. It's my tribute to the world of classic rock. I mean, I've not only been the lead singer and keyboardist and arranger of Vanilla Fudge, founding member of that band, but I've also, played with quite a few cool people throughout my career, like Alice Cooper. I toured with Alice with the Welcome to My Nightmare show.
yeah,
In the Southern Hemisphere. I toured and recorded with Dave Mason in the late 70s during the We Just Disagree days and, feeling all right. I played with, when Tommy Bolin left Deep Purple, he formed a really cool rock fusion band, which I was really lucky to be a part of also in the 70s. And, I've just 2017, I did a whole bunch of shows with Carl Palmer from Emerson, Lake and Palmer in a tribute to Keith Emerson and, of course, Greg Lake. And, I've made appearances with a lot of other bands, Jam with the Doors and Deep Purple. And, I've had one of those long careers, and I'm still around. And the night's going to be songs from all the people that I had the pleasure of, being with. So it's going to be really cool.
yeah. Quite an impressive resume. Now, with the new project, is it kind of taking everything you've done with Vanilla Fudge and the other projects you were involved in and kind of combining everything together? Or did you kind of want to do something brand new, something that people who have followed you for so long, kind of leaving them not to know what to expect?
Well, first of all, it's going to be, Vanilla Fudge fans are going to expect me to be doing some of those iconic arrangements, like You Keep Hanging On and Take Me for a Little While and Season of the Witch. So we are going to be doing those for sure, and the band plays it great. But again, and the rest of the show is going to be a combination of a lot of the big, well-known hit songs from all the people that I've played with, and plus I'm doing an original song that's been, well received around the world on tour called "Let's Pray for Peace." So, which is also going to be on my upcoming EP, for this year. So, yeah. And there's going to be some killer solos. Charlie Z is a great drummer, really great personality. Is a terrific guy, and
Yeah, he played with Rainbow and Deep Purple and all those guys, right?
Yeah, he's played with Joe Lynn Turner. He's played with Jordan Rudess, the amazing keyboard player from Dream Theater. And he's played with it's a whole bunch of people, like you said. So Derek Kane Holmes too, from Ted Nugent's band, and I got a really very talented young bass player by the name of Jordan Steinberg on bass, and really cool killer supporting vocals as well. And Mark Hitt, like I had mentioned, in a very popular, New York metropolitan band called Rat Race Choir for many years. And he also played with John Entwistle from The Who, and Robin Zander from Cheap Trick, and Brian Johnson from, from AC/DC, of course. And,
Of course.
And he's great at doing some great solo work on his own. So it's a very cool combination of players. So
Yeah.
I'm excited about it, and we're going to be rocking and bringing it to the stage this year,
Oh.
So cool. We're also playing Westbury on May 5th, UCB Bank Center. So that's going to be a great show. I'm going to be opening for the Yardbirds. They got a great lineup. And also the Blues Magoos are going to be on the show along with Can Heat. So May 5th at Westbury, that's going to be a really cool classic lineup. So,
2018 is
very
going to
cool.
be a busy year. Now,
Well, yeah.
Now, with everything you've done, like from listening to the stuff with Vanilla Fudge and everything else that you've done, it seems that your music has a lot of different elements and a very experimental. So, is it fair to say that trying new things has never been hard because of how experimental your music has been?
Yeah, well, I tell you what, I guess I was born that way, you know, because Vanilla Fudge was probably the first true experimental band that maybe dared to be different on record. You know, when that first album first came out, at the time, you know, you had to have songs to be on the radio, AM radio. Was maybe 3 minutes, you know. So, like when "Keep Me Hanging On" came out, and Eleanor Rigby, and you know all of those Bang Bang, and all those psychedelic symphonic arrangements that we came up with, you know, they couldn't play it on AM radio. So, with the advent of underground, you know, radio like WNEW in New York and all the stations in Chicago, of course, LA and San Francisco, they played the full versions of not only Vanilla Fudge, but all the bands that were experimenting in those days. So, you know, it was a really tremendous creative time back then. So, you know, I've always thought that way. Lately, I have been writing, you know, more commercial stuff, which is going to be coming out this year. But I still have that experimental, progressive touch to my music. I guess I always will, you know.
Excellent. Yeah, and nowadays it seems like bands going over the 3-minute mark is very common now. I mean, Metallica has songs that are like 11 and a half minutes when they first started out. So,
yeah, I'm talking about bands from the, you know, from the late '60s and '70s, that era, you know.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I guess now, of course.
Yeah, of course, it's very common. Now, with the new project you have, I mean, you have a great lineup with this solo band, great young band who have played with so many different projects. Do you think that with this project, with all the bands that they've played with previously, that they're going to take everything and kind of like combine all the stuff they did together? Or are you just starting fresh with this one?
Well, I'm starting fresh with this one. Who knows where it's going to lead? I'm working on a new EP for this year. You know, all original material. So I'm hoping to be, you know, putting together a deal and releasing that, you know, worldwide, hopefully over the next 6 months, God willing.
Yeah.
So I'm going to integrate the original songs with the classic songs I've been doing, you know, with this band, and you know, who knows where it'll go. But right now, the energy is focused on you know, breaking this band in January and February, and you know, we'll see where it goes. We hope a lot of people come out and check it out. So
excellent. And one final question I would like to ask, and first of all, thank you so much for coming on here. It's great to have you here.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of bands, you know, I'm one of the younger rock and roll fans, I'm 24, but I've heard a lot of bands say that they hold you and what you've done with Vanilla Fudge and the Appice Brothers and everything as an inspiration to what they have done. Have any newer bands that have come out within the last 50 years of you rocking the world, have they ever inspired you in either a compositional way or a conceptual way? Like, have they ever inspired you to keep going?
Yeah, like a lot of bands. Emerson, Lake and Palmer. You know, when Keith Emerson came out with those synthesizers and did those incredible progressive rock arrangements with Paul Palmer and Greg Lake, one of my favorite vocalists. God rest their souls. It's amazing. So many of the cats are going to the other side, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they inspired me. Bands, you know, actually, Yes was inspired by Vanilla Fudge, and then I was in turn inspired by them with their later recordings. So, you know, you inspire people, people inspire you. That's all part of the, you know, the sphere of influence as we go on through life, you know. So,
yeah, it's beautiful. I always love it when, like, an artist who has been rocking the world, as long as you have, holds people who are inspired by, you know, people who are inspired by you and you inspire them. It's a really, really heart-touching thing. And it's great that, you know, you've been rocking the world since 1967, I think, is when Vanilla Fudge started, right? And
yeah, that was that very first album came out in August of 1967, and I think 6 weeks later, believe it or not, we were opening for the Mamas and the Papas on our very first big show in Portland Coliseum, and we were frightened to death.
Yep.
What an opening that was, yeah.
Yep, and there's no sign of slowing down.
Yeah, well, you know, I've been blessed to still be able to, you know, keep my energy going. Once you get me on the stage, I'm fine. You know, been around a while, and Yeah, I just want to say I just found out about the passing of Jim Rodford, the bass player with the Zombies. I don't know if you heard about that.
Yeah, I did.
He was a great guy, and Rod Argent and some friends of mine, and my condolences, his family and the Zombies and everybody that knew him. He was really a great guy. I just found out about it, maybe 15 minutes before I was on the phone, so I feel a little touched by that. And, again, I'm sorry I just wanted to bring that up,
Yeah, no, it's understandable. We've lost a lot of inspirations in the past couple years. I mean, we lost Tom Petty recently and
Oh, man.
David
I was
Bowie.
shocked.
David
Yeah,
Bowie.
it's unbelievable. It's just so many people. And as far as keyboard players, my friend John Lord has been gone for a number of years, and we knew each other really well from touring with Fudge and Purple, and been in touch over the years, and Greg Allman, and
That was horrible.
and then Ray Manzarek from the Doors, and just so many cats. Goldie McJohn from Steppenwolf. These are all old, acquaintances and friends of mine, and I guess Felix Cavalier from the Rascals and myself are one of the few cats that are, still around, still rocking. But I hope we continue to do it for quite a while, man.
The show must go on, right?
It must go on,
Yeah. Well, again, Mark, thank you so much for getting on here. I look forward to seeing you at BB King's on the 30th.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I'm coming straight back from NAMM just to catch that show. So.
Oh, that's fantastic. I appreciate it.
Fresh from the airport. But
cool.
Thanks again, Mark. We'll see you soon.
All right. All the best, man.
Take care.
Bye.